Hi, I'm Alan Kelly. I'm the senior colorist here at FilmLook, and today we're going to demonstrate making a scene day for night and cleaning up some issues with a particular shot. Okay, so what we have here is a swamp scene, and the client wanted to take care of a couple things before we put it into their project. And what you see here on the left-hand side is what appears to be like a big bunch of moss, and the client really didn't care for that look because it kind of draws attention to itself. And so what we're going to do is we're going to first of all go in and create a shape around that piece of moss to kind of make it a little less prominent. So what we're going to do is kind of zoom in on the shot. Let's move over here. So, and let's create a shape around the moss. Just very quickly kind of go around it. It doesn't have to be exact. And once we have the shape established, now we can go in and using our blur tool make it a little less prominent, like so. Okay, now let's go back to the shape and kind of soften the edges here so it kind of blends in better. And we can also desaturate it a little bit so it looks a little bit more like it's part of the rest of the tree. Adjust the gamma a bit to kind of darken it, as you see. Zoom back out. And so now it's a little less prominent what it was before, and that's what it is now, just with a little simple blur and just desaturating it and bringing it down a bit. So now, the next step we're going to do is give it a curve, grayscale curve, to give it a little bit more punch, if you will. And the client wanted day for night, so let's add a little blue to it, like so. Crush it a bit. So now let's add one more layer. And let's darken the outside of the frame, like so. Give it more of a spooky kind of look. Now, I already see there's still a problem with that tree because it looks pretty prominent. So we're going to add yet another layer and a shape, like so. And what we're going to do is within that shape, we're going to darken the tree a bit. So, zero in on the tree only. There we go. Add a little bit more blue to it. Okay, now, we still haven't tracked anything yet as far as tracking the motion of these objects. So let's go back to our top layer. There's our shape one more time. And let's track that out. What the tracking will do is it'll catch whatever movement of that shape there is in the frame and follow that only. Let's go back ahead of the shot and I'll show how it tracks very nicely. There's the shape as it's being tracked. And that's the completed shot with the blur. Okay, let's go back to the head of the shot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to track the tree now. So let's go in our tracking. Let's track forward. So now we've tracked the moss and we've tracked the tree. So now let's look at the completed shot here. This is how it's going to look for the client. The moss is blurred out, the tree is darkened, and it has kind of a spooky, kind of twilighty, almost nighttime look to it. We could even darken it even as it moves along, like as we're seeing. Darken the whole frame, like so, and make it look really spooky. So we started off with nothing, as you see, just raw camera video. And now here's the scene, darkened and blurred on the moss and darkened the tree. As you see, it tracks very nicely. I hope you enjoyed this demo. Thanks for watching.